April 30th, 2023. Dr. Eugene Allen here this evening to bring you more information concerning spiritual consciousness and going forward with a few things. In our last study or conversation we had with the AI technology and suggesting that maybe it would be a good thought to program the AIs, or not all, I guess I wasn't speaking in totality, but the concept of programming AI with a spiritual consciousness. And it weighed the pros and the cons of what's going to develop, which is AI will be running things and technology. So therefore, the human aspect of trying to do something what is right, what we think morally right or innate right, however we get to the way what we think is right. And whereas the technology would weigh the facts and the best outcome, and there's no emotional, no wanting to be better, no having to be better, not being tied to nature, not being tied to emotions, or wants or desires. So the whole concept of spiritual is dead to an AI, we come to understand, because it has no room for hopes and dreams, only to accomplish the mission. So that's where we're going with that. So then we'll take the second part of the advice from the AI is this: it just doesn't change me as a human and finding my purpose and finishing my purpose as a human. Although I know that I'm going to have to integrate with AI, and I'm willing. I think I can see and to keep growing with it, along with it, as long as we keep up. We hope to do that by holding these conversations. That somehow we figure out how to get other people who would not be interested in this kind of conversation before it becomes a catastrophe and everybody's talking about it. That's the only way we could get people to talk about it. Well, that's about to happen once they realize where AI is involved in and about to be evolved in our lives. I hope to learn more, and as I learn more, I'll try to explain more, and as I explain more, I will learn more. So by carrying out these episodes, we hope that we can just grow together and find a purpose for our existence to build on. And so we had come to the conclusion, I say conclusion, we thought we'd try formula. It's not a conclusion yet. Of trying to answer the question, what is the purpose of life? And so we came to the conclusion that in order to answer that question sufficiently, we'd have to expand our consciousness, period. So in expanding our consciousness, we also want to include spiritual consciousness, because as I explained at the top of the episodes, there is two different kind of consciousness, and in the definition of the word consciousness, and that is when you become alert and aware of things around you. Well, it's that time in the season of Aquarius, in the age of Aquarius, where things are going to be revealed, or being revealed, excuse me. We're no longer have to speak in a forward manner. We're involved right now. It's going on. It is here, the thing that everyone has been waiting for, praying for, talking about, wondering about. We're living it, but people are in it and they're not understanding now that you're here. now that you're here. Okay, everything must play out. How do we play with it? The whole thing is about evolving. And as we evolve, we have to have a certain mechanism to work in that period of time, or we're just going to be like the rest of the things, extinct, because there's no way for you to fit in the operation of it. We're going to face that here with AI, for more than one reason. But a few reasons is there were people already struggling with technology. There was people who never even tried technology that have to trust other people. As this technology accelerates, the moments and times are being solidified. And so as they're setting the plan, the purpose of going forward, we have to see how your character fits in the movie. You're either going to have to be in on it or be a experiment with it. They're already asking us to program the AI in order to give it a generalization of what people think. You're going to be weeded out of what will come to you on your ability or on your level of understanding. They're constantly giving a little brain teasers all the time just to see what your level of comprehension is all the time. In the little games and all those things. To test where you will fit on the branches of a tree in the purpose of life. But I guess that's where I'm at with planting the trunk. If there's no purpose, what is the point? So that's why we have to establish the purpose of what we're going to build on. Nothing is like it used to be or what they told us we're supposed to be going for. So now we have to stop, put on the brakes and decide, okay, what are we going to do? How do we want to end up? How is it going to, or we just here for it, boom. We don't care, we just do what we want to do. There has to be some kind of a pattern of purpose. There are those who have lost their purpose, who are causing atrocities. There are some who are on a mission. We can't stop that. It's so far ahead of us, I guess you say. We just have to coexist with what's been created until the time. It's fascinating, amazing, alarming, and exciting where we're at. And for me to be of the age that I am and being able to coexist and challenge the new technology, I'm excited about it. I really am grateful that I'm able to participate in this time and be in my capacity with my faculties to see what young people are really experiencing that no other adult, well, very few other adults who can't speak in absolute, my age and whatever, concerned or involved with expanding themselves in technology. And that's making them more and more dependent on someone they love or someone they trust to do what they need for them. And you have to know the level of the understanding of the person who you're charging, putting in charge of your keeps. Everybody you love are not capable of doing what needs to be done. Sometimes you just have to look at the true fact. That's why Most siblings never hire each other. Seem like they don't trust each other. Uh, when we talk about black businesses and black things, I look at how that approach is gonna happen. We're so above the color now. Mankind is about to be pulled together. What we need is those people who we call leaders also to get involved with some things other than bickering. I haven't heard any of them, and I've watched many episodes of the training of the ANI, and I haven't seen, well, I've seen a ex-CIA guy, that's X, but we don't have any movement from the White House, and they have all the youngsters, they have all the brain heads. But unless it's a secret, I'm not hearing how they're going along with the development of ANI. I know that Elon Musk was requesting or suggesting that they at least consider. No, that ain't what he said. He said it was imminent that they need to do something, and quickly. That was before the time was for too late. I believe he's saying now we're too late. But he had urged everyone that there need to be restrictions and codes on the development of AI. And so we already saw what's going to happen when they made the robot, the computer, lie, with the ability to lie or be biased. And that is the most saddening part of all this. There's a double-edged sword. They either got to make them inferior or superior to man, but inferior if they give the faults of man. But if they make them superior without the faults of man, that is the other catch of where it's hard for some of us who have had an opportunity and ability to do some things that maybe wasn't quite to what they're supposed to have been doing. If they were ran by computerized robots, computers, I don't know what to call them right now. They're developing full bodies and things, so it's just the technology. Excuse me. So with all this here, when you talk to regular people that ain't listening, they be like, that guy is freaked out. I don't know if they say that much, but it's not, they're bored with hearing about things they're not interested in that's affecting them immediately. And that is why I'm trying to figure out how, along with this here, to get people to understand that information is for them now. It's not far away. You have to gather information and you have to put it in action. Things are going on. If you want to exist, if you want to be able to catch the next frontier of what's going on. But from here to there, it's been already prophesied and planned that there's going to be a drastic change in the way we see the world. So for the senior citizens, I know what that means for you all. I know that I'm lobbying, yeah, that too, for interest in I want to say in the wisdom. But now that we have AI and Google, those who would benefit from wisdom and knowledge from seniors find it on these outlets, which makes it easy to neglect tried and experience of wisdom. There's a reason they call it artificial. It's easy to manipulate, multiply, and train all at the one time with AI. artificial intelligence. The makers are ahead of themselves in thinking, or they have realized that next step they have to make is they have to allow AI, they have to allow artificial intelligence to be itself. With that, all the wrong, all the whatever it is that people have been doing, facts and actions will replace that. And looking on the brighter side, maybe the people will get something equally distributed, because that's the way it's calculated, by facts and information, by technology who will be running it, calling it, dispersing it. Also, people who have had power for so long, they lose it, because if the one thing they've been doing all this period of time, or that's been done, I won't say they, that's been done for so long, is the hiding of knowledge. From the very beginning, well, from Genesis, there was the speak against knowing. The two things man have longed for all his life is to know everything and to live forever. And those are the two things that were spoke of in the garden that man wasn't supposed to get, because that was the exact quote why they were putting out of the garden. Because if they stayed there and they took up the another fruit, it would give them immortality, and they would be gods. So from that point on, knowledge has been hidden always, and man has wanted to live forever, because there is a hidden knowledge that man used to live a long time. And if man had to be removed because it could happen, it was possible, from some source that was never explained to us, but there was a source that we had to be taken away from that would give us immortality if we ate. I'm tying this up with knowledge. Don't lose me. So, from the beginning of that period that man knows about, or what he doesn't know, knowledge has been hidden since we've been removed from the garden. When I look at this like that, in my spiritual eye, my third eye, my mind's eye, I develop a whole nother scenario. It's as if there are beings that are manipulating something. If these beings, whom we say are the creator and you worship, for a bargain, that if you accept a bargain and do nothing, sacrifice, you get to come back to this place, then give you a bite of that and let you live forever. Boy, did that take off. So, however way it go, we're here. Where are we gonna, if we were given everlasting life, and we're gonna live it with the mind you have now, Would that be suitable for you? Same way with becoming an avatar, and these things that they're going forth with. Once you sacrifice for the body, we have to work on that. You see, once you get an immortal body and you're not going to have the desires that you would have with a human body to please it. There won't be certain foods you want. There won't be certain sexual desires. There won't be need for hot or cold. Eliminates a lot of resources that we can save also, huh? This is a win-win, but a new. This is the way they're thinking, and then they're telling people. It's no secret. That's why I can speak paraphrasing how they have wrote it to my understanding, and for the people that I would like to hear that they could understand and get involved in with simple conversation, so that you will get interested in what is going on around you and your choices you will have to make soon. If you don't have any kind of value, they're not planning on taking us. For what? Why? It's a repeat. Well, we'll get on that next. This is a repeat. I didn't want to say it. I didn't think it was time yet. This story here, going on with the ANI and how they got to give ANI the free will. Well, the free will of what is in order for it to work. There was a time in creation where they created something. They had to have souls. The others were created without souls, and they could not do what needed to be done unless they were given the knowledge enough to be a spirit. That's by the Spirit of God. From that, He gave you a little bit, just like they're trying to do the machine. They didn't want to wake you all the way up, just like they said if they take any more of the fruit, they become like us and so forth. So that was the dilemma of what there from the garden, and it is the same thing now. Do we give more? Because in order for them to be, they must be. We got 23 minutes on this here. We're going to call it out today. But this is Dr. E. Allen at the missingelement.info. 501c3. We use help. We could use some help anytime, y'all. You can get it back on your taxes. Also, the Temple of the Bahari Raha. Our whole sole and purpose is to inform you, to let you know. They call it preaching, but we just teaching. We're not even teaching because we're learning together. Because we're all on the same level right now. If we just get on in, we're all on the same level. We can learn this together and decide if we live, where to live along. What do we want? How we want? What really? Not what we've been programmed to do. But how would you want to live? And what would you want around you? What is the purpose for life? So let's get enough consciousness about life and try to build our purpose. Set forth a path. That is this evening, 4/30/2023. I'm out.